township. I don't know.
Ryan
Oh,
Burnett
yeah,
sitting
for
back
sure.
there is an adjacent property owner for all of this property.
But I called
and he
another place
leases the
that
majority of
was
his
there.
property to the ranch.
And
Oh,
they had
okay.
one
So
that
he
was-
has a vested
the
interest
top
in
end
what's
was
going on here.
I mean, it was $9,000 from new and had bells and whistles on it.
Yep.
I called the guy and he goes, yeah, can I help you? I said, yeah, I just wondered, do you guys take trade in? Nope.
Oh, okay.
And that was Mr. Personality.
Yeah,
He
right.
gets done and I'm
Yeah.
like,
You don't want
okay.
that?
Yep.
It's not like, well, you know, you better sell it yourself. Or
Right, right.
donation.
Yeah,
There's an
offer.
auction down.
Yeah, exactly.
File 13. How's that?
But yeah, he goes, nope. Okay.
Yeah, that sets with you. It's like, oh, okay, thanks, bye.
Yeah, I get insurance on it. They wanted $1,000 to make it road ready.
Oh,
Because they have to put a wiper on it. You know, $7,000.
yep.
Got 11:30.
Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
I ask that everybody stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you and welcome. At this time, I'd like to open the public hearing for a territorial to be annexed to the village of Rothbury from Grant Township. And I want to just take a minute. The administrator pulled a map together for me. If you look at this, you may think it should be turned, so you're looking north. Oceana Drive is here, Cleveland Road is going through, and Water Road. These are the 5 parcels that are being asked to be annexed. This parcel right here is actually owned by, that Clay Road goes right up through here. So we have Cleveland Road before you get to the S-curves, and we have Clay Road. They're on the 2 sides of Clay Road. This parcel here, there is a house and a pole barn on this, the rest of it's vacant. That property is owned by AEG Presents. They bought that from Martech or Mark Gratifiore several years ago. These 3 properties are in the Gorbic Family Trust. The Village of Rothbury received a letter from the administrator for the Gorbic Family Trust that they have no objections and they want this to be annexed into the Village of Rothbury. AEG Live, owning this, has also stated they want it annexed in the Village of Rothbury. The big reason for the annexation is this. As we all know, Grant Township is dry. This area with the 045 is where Sherwood Forest is, and the old part of the ranch is right in here, the original Double J Ranch. When they come in there, this is a service area for alcohol. They can get licenses. Most of this is wooded. They can get licenses to serve alcohol in that area. They cannot get licenses to serve any alcohol in any of this area because the township is dry. All of these areas here, Mr. Burnett is sitting in the back who owns the majority of these. All of these areas is where they set up the tents for the Good Life. And those tents go from $4,000 to $6,000 for the 4 days of the event or 5 days of the event. The issue that they have are 2 with these properties. This property, the people are paying for the big price, and this property, they can set up a special ad bar right on the edge of the woods here to sell alcohol, but they cannot have any in these areas, and these people that have these rent these Good Life tents, they cannot bring their own alcohol in. And those are sold, those Good Lives, including all of the 14 by 14 wooden floor tents and with air conditioning in them. And they're sold with all of the meals furnished. So these people have to walk all the way over to the woods. The other issue that they have, there are no stages along this area for music at all. If they put a stage in here, which they did one time, the music is going this way out to where all these residential properties are around Lake 16. They want to put a smaller stage on the area up here and face it west across the expressway like all the rest of their stages do. They try to put all of their stages facing as much as possible to the west instead of bringing it across into the residential areas. That's what AEG Lives have presented to me, and that's why they wanted the annexation to move this in, so they could do both of those things. Have a smaller stage over here, and Grant Township had told them, no smaller stages. We don't want any stages in our property whatsoever. And as you know, Grant Township is dry. Any questions for me about, does that give you a better idea where the property is and the lay of the land that we're looking at for it? And I see that the village president from Rothbury is here and an adjacent property owner is here if anybody has any questions during the hearing. Or if the board members don't have any questions right now, Joel?
How many acres is that largest parcel there?
Which one?
The largest one, do you have any idea how many acres that is?
Right on 40 acres.
Okay, it just gives a scale.
Yeah. Brian was on this property all the time when he was growing up. He knows more about it than I do. It used to be Christmas trees, and when after the first Rothbury Music Fest, a company came in with a big rototiller on the front of a huge end loader, and they took all those Christmas trees out. They actually bought AEG Live, bought all of those Christmas trees, and they ground them all up and turned it into a field. So it's actually a field area now. So, any other questions from the board members? Vern, being village president, do you have anything that you wanted to offer?
You did a very good job explaining all that. Thank you.
The Gorbic Family Trust has again put in a letter that they are in agreement and they would like this happen. They have worked out a business proposition with AEG Live on doing this.
Makes sense.
And they own the other properties, so
Yep.
I'm going to ask Mr. Vanette, being an adjacent property owner, if he has any comments that he'd like to add.
The only comments I already had to Ms. McCormick here is that people don't realize what the festival brings back to the area later on in the year. The amount of people that come back that have been here and visited during the festival would floor you, because like I said, as a small person in the area, I've seen the amount of money and stuff people come back and bring year-round to the area. Like I said, just whether winter, summer, or fall, they're bringing their families back and spending a lot of money. I'll be honest with you right now, Lewis Farms brings them back, Silver Lake brings them back, but they come back to our area and stay in the Airbnbs in the local area. So it is a very valuable asset to the area.
The economic effects of the festival, when they did the first one in 2009, and I was village president in Rothbury at the time, the governor's office during the planning of that was calling me continuously. And I asked them at that time for the first Rothbury Music Fest what they considered the economic impact for West Michigan was at that time.
Oh, yeah.
And at that time it was $14 million. I would imagine it's probably doubled since then with all we have. Is there anything else that anybody wants to add to the public hearing? Mr. McCormick.
Do any other surrounding property owners, are they notified of what the proposal is? Like with a letter or?
We had, the village was required to put this in a paper of general circulation 3 times before the meeting. So there were actually 6 publications that went out, and they were all in, and a map of this whole area, a small map was put in. You may have seen it in there, and it was map showed it, and it gave today's date and the location that we, you know, are going to be having a hearing at this time. So, you know, and the one paper everybody gets, you know, the Echo everybody gets, and it was in the Echo. So I do not think that there is a requirement on an annexation to you know, notify the property owners. I think it's covered by the 3 notifications.
You should see the wisdom.
I believe that, the information that's in the publication was, included in your packet as well.
Yeah.
Are there any other questions? We can, you know, if there's any more discussion with the board members when we bring up, you know, for a vote, we can do it at that time, but. Joel, are you?
I'm good.
You good?
I'm good.
Then I will close the public meeting, or I will close the public hearing for the territorial to be annexed to the village of Rothbury from Grant Township at this time. And we'll do a motion and discuss it after we open our regular board meeting. So the public hearing is closed. At this time, I'd like to call to order the regular board meeting for the Oceana County Board of Commissioners for February 12th, 2026. And I ask that the clerk do a roll call, please.
Mr. Beggs?
Here.
Mr. McCormick?
Here.
Mr. Hardy?
Here.
Mr. Erickson?
Here.
Mr. Walker?
Here. I ask for a motion to approve the January 22nd regular board meetings first.
I'll make that motion.
Do we have a support?
I'll support Hardy.
Any discussion on the minutes? All in favor of approval of the minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed. I would ask for a motion to approve the closed session minutes from January 22nd, 2026. And the clerk is going to pass those out. This closed meeting was held under the attorney-client privilege, and it was to discuss the compensation of the deputy department heads for our elected people with the new regulations or the regulations that we found are in place, how they have to be compensated.
I'll make the motion to approve the minute of the closed session.
Do we have a support?
I'll support Hardy.
Any discussion? Tracy, with a closed session, do we need a roll call on that, or can we just do a voice? I believe we can just do a voice.
Yeah, you can
on-
just do a voice.
Okay.
That's fine.
All in favor of accepting the minutes as presented, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion passed. And we have collected all of those copies of the closed session, and they will be turned back over to the clerk. Conflict of interest disclosure on agenda items. Do any board members have a conflict of interest with the agenda items? Hearing none. Changes to the agenda. Ms. Bayard, we have the one for the grant for Central Dispatch and the one for the Road Commission report.
Correct.
Number 2026-25 for the CRG grant mapping for Central Dispatch, and the Road Commission letter of support number 2026-26. And let's put those right after the Planning Commission appointment, which is between 23 and 25. Any objections to that for the board members? Can I have a motion to change the agenda?
I'll make a motion to accept the agenda as amended.
Support?
I'll support.
Moved by Mr. Begg, supported by Mr. Hardy. All in favor of the changes to the agenda, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passed. Approval of the agenda. Can I have a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as amended.
Thank you, Mr. Beggs. Do we have a support? Mr. McCormick, you supported
Yes.
it? Thank you. Discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed. Public comment. Does anybody have any public comment on the agenda items at this time? There'll be another public comment at the end of the meeting, but on the agenda items. Mr. McCormick, Village of Rothbury annexation, number 26-19.
The motion is to adopt resolution number 26-05, including Exhibit A, annexing a specific territory in Grant Township to the Village of Rothbury to promote and maintain the business and economic development of the village, and encouraging the growth and safe operation of the Electric Forest Festival.
Do we have a support?
I'll support, Hardy.
Any discussion? Board members, any discussion? I ask for a roll call vote, please.
Mr. McCormick?
Yes.
Mr. Hardy?
Yes.
Mr. Beggs?
Yes.
Mr. Erickson?
Yes.
Mr. Walker?
Yes. Thank you, board members. Once the minutes are done and the resolution, can we get a copy of the resolution to be sent both to Grant Township and to the Village of Rothbury? Mr. Erickson, Materials Management Planning Appointment.
Mr. Walker, I make motion 2026-20 to approve the appointment of Jessica Cook, Muskegon County Commissioner, to replace Darrell Page, and Jamie Russell from Fabric Paddler in Lake County to replace Debbie Russell as a business representative to the Material Management Planning Commission.
Thank you, Mr. Erickson. Do we have a support?
Also, go ahead. Support.
Thank you, Mr. McCormick. Any discussion? All in favor of the changes in the appointment, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's passed. Mr. McCormick, American Classic Contract Revision.
Motion 2026-21 to amend the existing contract with American Classic to amend the payment start date to January 1, 2028 in order to offset costs incurred from damage to dumpsters.
Do we have a support?
I'll support, Hardy.
Moved by Mr. McCormick, supported by Mr. Hardy. Any discussion? Mr. McCormick.
So our agreement is American Classic pays $500 a month to the county after the fact, after really everything was settled, we were up and running. They come back with another damaged dumpster invoice, which we've had those in the past. This to me is down the road, that should have already been taken care of. We had a little discussion with them back and forth, and sounds like that is a compromise to delay that payment. Like Tracy mentioned earlier, it does reduce the cost. I still feel like, you know, they're coming back, you know, with another bill. It's old news, you know, and we don't have any evidence that that dumpster damage was ours. You know, those dumpsters are all over the county, but we need, you know, for that amount of money, we need to settle it and move on.
Hard to believe they would fabricate something, you know what I mean? So it's kind of.
Yeah, and I don't say that it's intentional, but it's just, you know.
So this solution to it is 60% of what they were asking for, which is
Exactly.
a good compromise. Both walk away from the table not so happy, but.
Exactly.
And I think it's a good way to start the relationship with them as well. Good faith on both sides, so.
I agree with everything both you gentlemen have said. You know, it was going nowhere.
Yep.
Until they came up with this. So, any other comments or questions? Roll call vote, please.
Mr. McCormick?
Yes.
Mr. Hardy?
Yes.
Mr. Beggs?
Yes.
Mr. Erickson?
Yes.
Mr. Walker?
Yes. Mr. Beggs, County GIS mapping.
I'd like to make motion 2026-22 to enter into an agreement with Spicer Group for the development and implementation of a public-facing web map viewer as a more cost-effective long-term solution that returns mapping services to the ownership of the county and ensures the county remains in full control of its data in an amount not to exceed $30,000 with funds to be paid from the County Improvement Fund.
Do we have a support?
I'll support Hardy.
Discussion? Mr. McCormick?
I was at that presentation, and I think it's a good investment. We can't prove it till we live with it, but it looks good to me.
I will comment. I was looking it up online while we were sitting here talking, and it's a lot different than our current GIS site. That's really nice, and there's a bunch of tabs and a bunch of filters on that thing that you can search through. So yeah.
Well, and the one good thing too is that they're currently working with the Drain Commission on their layers too, so they've already started working on theirs.
Oh.
They would coincide with what we currently have, but
Mhm.
with this switch, they'll be able to make it.
And it was,
all working
for me, just
together.
pulling it up, it was pretty easy to use. So,
We certainly can't do it ourselves for that cost.
pardon me?
We certainly can't hire somebody
No.
and do it ourselves for that
Oh, we
cost.
We could never develop that, no.
Any other discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Beggs?
Yes.
Mr. Hardy?
Yes.
Mr. McCormick?
Yes.
Mr. Erickson?
Yes.
Mr. Walker?
Yes. Mr. Erickson, Planning Commission appointment.
Mr. Walker, I make motion 2026-23 to appoint Kimberly Mull to the Planning Commission for a 3-year term to expire on December 31st, 2028.
Do we have a support?
I'll support.
Moved by Mr. Erickson, support by Mr. Beggs. Any discussion? All in favor of the appointment, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed. Mr. Beggs, would you be kind enough to do the next two?
Yep.
For the CRG mapping and for the Road Commission, letter of support?
Yep. I'd like to make motion 2026-25 to allow the submission of no-match grants on behalf of Oceana County from Mason Oceana 911 for the purpose of funds for upgrades to the CRG mapping to have additional critical locations CRG mapped and allow the chair to sign.
Do we have a support?
I'll support.
Discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Beggs?
Yes.
Mr. McCormick?
Yes.
Mr. Hardy?
Yes.
Mr. Erickson?
Yes.
Mr. Walker?
Yes. Mr. Beggs, if you would, 26, please.
Yep. Motion 2026-26, to approve a letter of support on behalf of the Oceana County Board of Commissioners to the Oceana County Road Commission for the purpose of submission for a build grant program to improve, for improvements to local gravel and dirt roads, and allow the chair to sign.
Thank you, Mr. Beggs. Do we have a support?
I'll support, Hardy.
Thank you, Mr. Hardy. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Beggs?
Yes.
Mr. Hardy?
Yes.
Mr. McCormick?
Yes.
Mr. Erickson?
Yes.
Mr. Walker?
Yes. Mr. Hardy, payment of claims.
Yes, Mr. Walker, asked for board approval of accounts payable and release of funds of Thursday, February 12th, 2026. Ambulance fund total, $312,243.26. Indigent Defense Fund, $46,495.95. Department of Veterans Affairs, $12,930.20. Technology and Innovation, $7,910.24. Building Department Fund, $23,933.11. And with the general fund, $1,136,613.60 for a grand total of $1,540,126.36.
Do we have a support?
I'll support.
I hope so.
Comment? Mr. Hardy, I didn't think I could count that high.
I was checking my glasses to make sure they were right.
You know, when Mr. Beggs chairs that meeting, it's a lot less money.
Maybe we should have him
Yeah.
do that.
When Craig stays in Florida, we don't spend as much.
That's an interesting.
He doesn't either.
We need a governmental study on that.
Well,
He doesn't either spend as much as he's employed.
yeah, exactly. We could, make that a change in how the vice chair can handle it.
Yeah,
you know.
there you go.
It's very seldom that I've seen it over $1 million in my tenure.
Yeah, and I think that, ambulance fund payment was due. That was one of them, one of the biggies.
Insurance is
So,
that time of the year.
anyway,
We have a motion and a second to pay the bills. Any other discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Hardy?
yes.
Mr. Beggs?
Yes.
Mr. McCormick?
Yes.
Mr. Erickson?
Yes.
Mr. Walker?
Yes. Public comment. Gentlemen, do either one of you gentlemen have a comment for us? Thank you. Commissioners' comments. Don't think it's on here.
Oh, it's not on there.
It's not on here, but let's do commissioners' comments. Mr. Beggs?
I don't think I have anything for today.
Mr. Hardy?
I'm the same. I don't have anything to add right now.
Mr. McCormick?
Nothing.
Mr. Erickson?
As Mr. Walker knows, at the Health Department, District 10 meetings, we've talked a lot about pneumonia and the flu of recent, and this past couple weeks I've had a first-hand experience with pneumonia and the flu. And if Jeff were here, I'd like to thank Life for the service that they provide to us. He mentioned my nephew Peter Kurzer, and Peter's an invaluable asset in our community with his experience as a paramedic on those buses. But interestingly enough, on a Monday night, there were 3 patients kept overnight in ER in Shelby, waiting for a transfer to Muskegon. But all the beds at Mercy and Muskegon were full. And that's been a result of the flu season that we've had. But, I found it quite challenging and difficult to, get through the healthcare system with the amount of flu, influenza, pneumonia that we are struggling with here in the area. And the other thing I'd like to add is the amount of blood work necessary to identify the bacteria that the strain, and there are multiple strains that they've got to identify. we're fortunate we have a health system here in West Michigan that does have the depth and experience. We were handled very well in Trinity and Muskegon, and I'd really like to, impress upon our community how fortunate we are to have Shelby ER and the men and women that work there, and also those services in Muskegon that are only 40 minutes away. So, yeah, we're very fortunate to have the healthcare system that we do have in place here, and the depth. And we talked about when Jeff talked today about taking over Grand Haven with life buses. I sat and watched the Sallyport at Mercy many hours, and it's amazing the amount of ambulances that come in and out of the ER on Sherman. I'm talking maybe 4 an hour, 5 an hour. It's fascinating to watch that building and how it operates. But yeah, I'm very well satisfied with where we are right now with our ambulance service and our healthcare system, and the precautions that we were given as far as flu shots. And this has been a very, very serious flu season, and it's impaired many people, and it's a long road to recovery after streptococcal pneumonia. That's all I got.
Thank you, and all our best to your wife.
Thank you.
I had one thing that was very interesting on Tuesday. I attended a special session of the West Michigan Community Mental Health, and it was a 5-year strategic planning session on where the board members thought, there were 6 board members of the 20 board members there, where they thought the community mental health needed to be within the next 2 years and the next 5 years. And we had a consultant from Washington, D.C. who was leading the discussion with the group there, and it is absolutely amazing to see what is going on. And the reason I bring that up is because I had talked about the state going to the one procurement plan where all community mental healths were going to be all under the same guidelines and all under the same control and everything instead of locally. After the last judge's ruling last week, the state decided to pull that procurement back, and we're back down to where we were having our own community mental health. And the facilitator on Tuesday, his parents live in Detroit, and he grew up in Detroit. And I looked at him and said, was born and raised in Michigan, as far away from Detroit is from Washington, D.C. How is this going to work to have the same thing statewide for the western portion of the Upper Peninsula as they do in Detroit? And he said, it never will. It never would. So, but it was an interesting group to be involved with and a discussion to be involved with. Any other comments from the board members? Melanie, do you have anything for us?
We will have a May election. Hart Public Schools put a proposal on, and West Shore Community College.
Thank you. Tracy, do you have anything for us?
No, that's time.
I think we can stand adjourned.
Great.
Thank you, gentlemen.